So I've been sharing with you some of my favorite astrology books, as well as those that I reference and I recommend, and some other ways to understand astrology. And I have a book for you here that I think is so fascinating. Sacred Teachings of Mayan Astrology. I do not know Mayan astrology, so I respect and appreciate those who do have an understanding of this type of astrology because it's a totally different system. It's based on energetics and consciousness. And so as you go through just even the introductory information here, it talks about how the Mayans practiced astrology through cycles of consciousness. There is a 20-day cycle, and each day is associated with a Mayan sign. How cool would it be to be a crocodile? Crocodile, death, seed, night, jaguar, cane, road, owl, earth, storm, light. Okay, so there's 20 signs. And then there are 13-day cycles that are based on each day has its own vibration. So fascinating, right? Because they didn't interpret time as we have interpreted time through a calendar. This is a whole other way of understanding a day or the seasons or the timing of a day or the timing of the seasons. So you read in this book, he takes you through how to figure out your Mayan sign. It's not a simple calculation, okay? I tried. No, you figure out the year you were born is associated with a number, and then you take that and you apply it to the month and day table, and then you calculate a sign with another table, and then it can change if you were born before or after sunrise. Okay, so there's like a lot of intricacies here to follow in order to dig into your Mayan sign. But then in this book, he has the understanding of what each sign is. So, it talks about, okay, if you're a deer, what that means, right? That's pretty common. We see that in all forms of astrology. And then it goes into even more about the tones. So I find this fascinating. I'm definitely a student of this form of astrology, but I feel like it opens up this really fascinating conversation of how all these cultures on our planet throughout history have looked up to understand what's going on, and have worked with nature, have worked with energetics, and the Mayans worked with consciousness to gain more understanding of who we are as a species or who we are on this planet. I feel like it's also really cool to look at how many cultures have studied astrology in some capacity, right? You've probably heard of Vedic astrology, Chinese astrology, Western astrology, on and on it goes. So to add to the conversation, Mayan astrology, I just wanted to share this in case you are interested. It is definitely a specialty, and it's quite fascinating. So I am curious to dig into this even more. It definitely requires writing things down as you go. Again, it's not like a simple answer. It's not like, oh, I'm an Aquarius. No, it's much more intricate than that. But I just wanted to share this with you in case you're interested in this form of astrology, or if you resonate with the Mayan culture, maybe across any lifetime. Because I feel like that's another thing that astrology can awaken in us, is more of our past life energy signatures. Where if you strongly resonate with Mayan astrology, perhaps you were a Mayan astrologer in a previous life, right? Or you practiced it or you lived it. So anyway, just wanted to share this with you. And as I said in the other videos, if you're interested in this book, 3 words, add to cart.